All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give our praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. The honor to the elders, Apostle Ray Millstone, who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace, blessings, salutation, Akim out there. Could have brought the front corners of the earth. That's serving the truth, not true sincerity. So I say Shalom. So like this is Brother Bali continuing the video in the spirit. And the top of this video is going to be about moving in the spirit. Okay. And what sparked this video topic was, just watching, this past week, some responses that these men were doing, showing about, what happened last week. It shows you how basically these other counts, man, and they so-called leaders, man, they're not in the spirit, man. Basically, the spirit is not dealing with them. How about Shemashah is not dealing with them? Because what? They're not moving in the spirit. Okay, they're moving carnally, man. They're moving worldly. They haven't put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And you can see that. You see because of the things that they're saying and the way that they're speaking, man. They haven't fully, they still have that old man on, man. And we're taught when you come into this ministry that you got to put off that old man. You got to do that daily. That's not something you can just do overnight. That's a constant thing that you do as you continue to grow in this truth. But then you got men who's supposed to be in this truth that, got some years on their belt in this truth. They're supposed to be calling themselves leaders, and look how they conducting themselves. That's how, and you can tell how they conduct themselves. The reason why the men up under them do the things they do and act the way they act, because of the leadership. Okay, it all starts at the as the top, man. That's with anything. That's what when it comes to a business. It starts at the top. The management and all that. And when you want to look at it in the sports aspect, you're only good as your best player, and the thing that your best player do, the rest of your team is gonna do. It all starts with your leadership. If you don't have no true leadership, then the people up under them are not gonna be shit either. They're gonna take on the bad habits that their leader has, or they're gonna follow the things that their leader does. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has blessed us with great leaders, with great teachers, from Apostle Ramla, from Apostle Gabar, from Apostle Tahar, from Apostle Ricard to our elders, all on down. The Lord has set us up with great teachers, and you can see the fruits from their labor. How it has sprung forth what good fruit. We got GMS camps all over. We got brothers on the other side of the world in other countries. And GMS. And we've learned how to conduct ourselves, from our teachers. But I'm going to grab this. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. So there's an order to things, man. Okay. And who orders are we following? We following the order of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. The Lord's will comes first. So, and that's how you have to make sure that you're moving in the spirit, and that you're being in the spirit. Because if you're in the spirit, the Lord is going to reveal to you basically what how do I want to say this? Just the Lord's going to reveal things to you. Just simple like that. And you understand his will. Okay, that was going on over there between Palestine and Israel. That's the Lord. The Lord has that happening, because all of that is what? All of that is leading towards World War III. Okay? And the Palestinians are fighting because they're oppressed. They're oppressed. Because the Israelis is over there fucking them up. Same thing that Jake going through over here in America. So you would think with Jake would understand, You feel me? But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with us because what? That's two heathens fighting against each other. So let them fight. Let them wipe each other out. Let them do whatever the fuck they gonna do. That has nothing to do with us. You know, them going out there is completely out of order, man. Completely out of order. And they don't have no true leadership, no one to help establish no order over there. And that's why what happened. I'm going to grab this. This is Romans 8:5. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit." Okay, if you that was a very worldly thing that they did. That's what niggas do, man. Like when you got beef with somebody. Now we ain't got beef with the Palestinians. Like we got beef. Okay, let me say this before I say that. We got beef with all nations. If they not Israelites, we got beef with them. But far as like an aspect of what I'm saying, we don't have no beef with the Palestinians. Like that's not our enemy. Our enemy is Esau Edom. Basically, I'm gonna say that. Our enemy is Esau Edom. So we ain't got no beef. We got nothing going on between us and the Palestinians. So for you to go out there and to start some beef, basically, because that's what y'all did. Start some beef. Because that's what y'all did. Like you knew what they was gonna be. You knew what they was going out there to do. You said we gonna go out there and basically tell them about themselves for some reason. That's what niggas do. That's a worldly way of thinking. What? Looking for what? You was basically looking for conflict. That's what niggas do. We're in this ministry, in this truth. We're not looking for conflict, man. We got enough conflict going on amongst ourselves. I'm talking about with these different camps. If it's not this camp, it's that camp. It's not that camp, it's this camp. We're constantly got something going on with these camps where we gotta what? We gotta rebuke a camp, or we gotta correct the camp, or they didn't went off on a doctrine. We gotta do damage control. We got enough conflict going on amongst Israel in itself, and then y'all wanna go out there and add more shit on? Like, come on now. That's not like the scripture says. That's not being mindful. That's not being after the spirit, man. That's not doing things according to the spirit. I'm going to continue to read. It says, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." Life and peace. So when you're being spiritually minded, what? First, when we're being spiritually minded, we have the breath of life is being breathed into us. Because what? We have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That having this wisdom and knowledge and understanding gives us that breath of life, because we basically understand what life is. We understand that this is not life. We understand that this is not living. We're waiting to truly live in the kingdom. It says in peace. So you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It puts you at peace, because you got the answer key. Like you got a test in school, and the teacher has the answer key. Basically, we got the answer key. So now we at peace. We just gotta what? We understand we gotta what? We gotta wait. We gotta wait. That's really the main thing. We just gotta continue to do this work, and we gotta wait. But if you're being carnally minded, that's death. I'm gonna continue to read. It says, "Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh." If you still doing the things after the flesh, you cannot please Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. If you still have that nigga mindset, you cannot please Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. I'm going to continue to read. It says, "But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of a Mashiach, he is not of his kind." So ultimately, if the spirit is not dwelling in you, you're not one of his. Because if the spirit was dwelling with them, it would have clicked. No, I don't think this guy. Somebody should have said this is not a good idea. Somebody should have said, what purpose is this about to serve for us to go out there? Somebody should have said something, but no one said anything. Because you got a whole bunch of yes, man. This yes, boss, yes. Yes, that's all you got over there. And then if you do got some people who probably did have that feeling, or they ain't want to say nothing because what, they scared. Because what? Because Jake want to be a part of something. Jake don't fully understand what this ministry is, man. They don't fully understand what we're a part of. They just want to be a part of something. And that's why the Lord is going to sift a lot of Jake out. The Lord, like the scriptures say, judgment should begin at the house of Israel. The Lord is going to start executing judgment on Jake, especially ones who know they're Israelites, man. Because a lot of these guys are in this thing for the wrong reason. They're not in this thing to feed the sheep. They're not in this thing to wake up the elect. They're not giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. They're not in this thing for salvation. They're in this thing because it's a new trend and they think it's cool. And the Lord is about to shut a lot of that shit down. He gonna separate the real from the fake. And it's just gonna be just like that. Let me grab this. This is Matthew 7:6. It says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." It says, "Cast not your pearls before swine." So you're not supposed to be giving this truth to these other nations of people anyway. It's not for them. Yeah, this truth has to go all out to the four corners of the earth. Everyone has to hear this truth, but at the end of the day, this truth is not for the nations. You going out there trying to do what? Like, to do what? I don't like that. That really is mind-boggling to me. I can't fully understand it. What was the purpose other than conflict? What really was the purpose of what y'all was trying not to do? The scriptures tell us to. And matter of fact, let me do this. It's Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." So we're supposed to be telling Jake their transgressions and their sins. We're supposed to be telling Jake that you're the real Israelites. You're supposed to be telling Jake the reason why we're in this position is because we transgress against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And that's the reason why we're in this position. But we are the chosen people. We are the real Jews. We are the Israelites. We are the chosen people of the Bible. We're supposed to be telling Jake that. So if you wasn't out there to tell Jake that, what were you really out there to do? To tell the heathen what? That you're heathens? That you're not the people? Okay. Do you think they really were going to hear that? No. They not going to hear that. You think they were going to convert? They were going to convert that day? Oh, what you're saying is right. They were in I don't want to say violent, but they were in it's like it. Words slipping my thoughts right now. But they were in I'm going to say they was in a contentious type of manner. You know, they were angry. Okay, they wasn't in. When someone's angry, and Jake know this best. When someone's angry and they really mad and upset, they're not really trying to listen to anything. Like, you can see it takes a moment to calm somebody down when they're angry because what? They're not in the right headspace. That's what it was. They wasn't in the right headspace. For you to, if you even were trying to go out there to say anything, they wasn't trying to hear that. Because they're mad that they people over there getting killed. And then children too. Women and children are getting killed. So they're not trying to hear shit. If you're not for them, then you against them. That's the type of mindset they in. So you went out there to tell them that you're not this, that, and the third. You think they want to hear that? Well, right now they over there basically getting slaughtered. That was not wise. That was not wisdom. It was not wisdom. That was not moving in the spirit. It really wasn't. Because you would have been like, okay, you would understand that this is the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. You would understand that Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai has all of this happening for a reason. You would have understood that if you were moving in spirit, but you wasn't. But ultimately, the truth is not for them. So you really had no reason being out there to say anything concerning this ministry, concerning this truth at all. Because it's not for them. I'm going to grab this just to back that up. This is Psalms 147:19 and verse 19. He says, and he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise you, the Lord. God, like scriptures like these, you supposed to know this. You supposed to know these simple scriptures like this. If like this scripture right now would have basically, if this script, I'm pretty sure if anyone in that congregation would have brought the scripture out, they'd be like, okay, there was no reason for us to go out there because this is not for them. So us going out there would basically be pointless. Now, mind you, it might be some Israelites, because with the Lord scatter us abroad, so we might have some Jake, some Israelite foreigners among them people. We might. Who knows? Only the Lord knows. But majority of them were heathens. Even if it was some Jake in there, or some Israelite foreigners amongst them, you think they were really gonna convert that day, or they was gonna? Oh yeah, you're right. I agree. When they're down there with people that look like them, who they grew up with. No, because then they would be looking at crazy. They fans probably would have disowned. Like, no, they wasn't. So moral of the story is, man, that whole thing was not spiritual. That was some carnal ass shit. And that's just how it was. So this is just, and all these things are happening, you know, you sincere Akim out there, you know, that's learning and watching, man. Pay attention to all these things that's going on. You know, when you are being part of this ministry, man, always use wisdom. You know, use wisdom and be in order. Use wisdom and be in order and move in the spirit. Always make sure you're moving in the spirit. That's why the scriptures say, examine yourself. You got to constantly examine yourself that you're in the faith, man. Constantly, every day, examine yourself. So that's pretty much it. Lord, one of the videos edifying on close up, going on praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, Shalom.